It's fucking weird.
GLBS.
Fucking cat. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? How you doing today? Let's see what we got. I can't stand fucking the Weeble desktop app is kind of clunky. I mean, I just wish that it would load all the screens. Just like Thinkorswim does, you know? I have to like open them all. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Sundial's popping. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oops. Alrighty. Let's, damn, AMC is moving again, huh? Let's take a look at the watch list really quick and see what we can, drum up here. So, VTNR. CLDR. Sundial, Blackberry. Oh wow, Sundial's over $1. That's awesome. That's crazy. It's been a long time coming. So I got so far. So AMC actually looks pretty attractive this morning. Yeah, I would look for it to pull back to Nah, this was the pullback right here. This is the one you wanted. Yeah, that was it. We would have caught that move right there. Yeah, that was the fire pullback. Good pullback on that one. How did I sleep? I slept a little bit. I slept a little bit. I took less melatonin than normal, so I didn't. I wasn't like as annihilated as I usually am. Uh-oh. One of the chihuahuas is scared of the rain. Come on. So she doesn't like to. She has to be held when it rains. It's pouring out here, man. It's been pouring for days. Alright, so AMC looks actually quite good. Let's go take a look at Sundial first. The chart's not very attractive, but it does have good potential. I mean, it's just so cheap though. And the issue is when you're trading tickers that are around $1, if they ever do come down to that dollar level, it ends up becoming like a really weird psych level. Sometimes it's hard to play around. Oh, VTNR looks alright. Yeah, that would have been the move then. For a short. all right. Does Sundial have that big a float? I don't know. Let me look. I thought you could see the float on Weeble. Thought that was like a whole thing, but I might be wrong on that. Let's take a look. All right, so Sundial has a float of oh, here it is. Yeah, I mean, Finviz and I looked at both. They both say 1.8 billion on the float, which is probably why it's so diluted, right? So, okay. Yeah, that is significant. I mean, I wouldn't day trade Sundial anyways. That's more of like an overnight or a short-term swing, things like that. I remember I did a short-term swing on it about back in January or February or something like that. Oh, you know what it was? It was during right after the first GameStop craziness went off. So that was what, February into January. And I ended up swinging it for like from like 90 cents to like $1.20 or something like that. But I'm curious if, you know, because I feel like for as long as I can remember, they've been under their they've been under $1, right? So they need to do, well, I mean, I guess if they're underwater and their cash burn is too high, then they can't afford to do a reverse split. But they need to do a reverse split in order to get back. Oh, excuse me. In order to get back their some of that revenue, because otherwise they're gonna get delisted eventually, unless they can cling to just barely over $1, But with the 1.87 billion float, I mean, even Momo is not going to, you know, like News isn't going to push it the same way it pushes other low floats. That's a huge fucking float. Yeah, that's crazy. OEG, yeah, I have OEG on my other monitor here. Let me pull it up. Nice, that does look good. I mean, it's really hard to chart pullbacks on moves like this, especially in the pre-market where I generally don't trade anyways. But this is a good move. I guess if I had to. I guess if I had to, I would chart a pullback around this range. Stop loss would be probably down here. Is there a way to change my default color? I would prefer for it to be white, but it looks like every time I don't want to have to change it every time. Yeah, that's fucking annoying. Alright, let's go look at some other stuff. Cat's meowing. He wants me to let him in. No, dude. Go away. He always chews up the cords. I'm not sure about AMC today. I mean, I'm stoked that it's moving for sure, but don't know, man. I think it's in kind of a dicey spot. Okay, CLDR. I actually kind of like CLDR. Huge gap up. I like the price range as well. tickers that are $10 to $15, I generally enjoy playing more. $10 to $20 rather. We'll see what that one ends up looking like. AMC we can add to the watch list. Yeah, this is nutty. It's still going. Yeah, so it does it on mobile for sure. Maybe if I do it from over here. Oh, yeah, set as default. Whoops. Yeah, I always knew that there was a way to do it. I was just stupid. It's always more simple than it seems. Yeah, OEG is still ripping here. A value town. Nice. I like that white color a lot better than that ugly blue. Profit targets would have to be here. Yeah. Whoa! My chair broke. There we go. OEG does have options. I like it. Yeah, this is actually a little bit nutty right here. I mean, this zone is not, it's probably not even valid anymore because it's run so much on this last candle here. Weeble has a true black. Yeah, you know, I used it and I wasn't actually crazy about it. I considered using the white one, but I figured that after a while my eyes would start to bleed. Yeah, it's very bright. It is very, it is really bright. All right. Oh, really? That makes sense. Like in the program files? Is it in like a INI folder or something like that? 455, 444. Sorry, I'm looking at my emails and stuff for work. Let's see. If I had to take a new entry, where would it be? Feels a little high. I mean, yeah, that definitely looks better than... That definitely looks better than down here. My issue now, though, is that it's run so much that I would wager that it probably comes further down. Somewhere in this range. Such a small zone, but... Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty ugly right here. It's just not really a great time to... So what happens is a lot of times these tickers, you can see like right here, they will, instead of coming down, they, you know, just rest. They take a few candles worth of trading in the same range before continuing up. I don't really like seeing that. It's a little bit harder to, like, once you see it 10 times in a day, you can be like, okay, yeah, that's what it does. That's what we can look for. It's just moves sideways as opposed to actual pullbacks. BTX is one that comes to mind that was like that pretty bad. ANVS as well, where it just ran so strong that it would trade sideways and not actually pull back. And it's harder to obviously get good entries if it's not pulling back at all. Is it news? Oh, it's actually news. OEG is running on news, yeah. I believe, let me tell you what the news is. Oh, it just looks like they picked up a contract. A construction and engineering project. That's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Yeah, I mean that's a big contract. That's a big contract. All right, so here is where we would start assessing the action on the 10-minute chart. Okay, so what I would be looking for here is obviously how much of this body does it give back? Because if it comes below 5, excuse me, and keeps going down, then we can safely say that wherever this 10-minute candle closes at is going to be a key point of resistance. And we'll factor, you know, just where this candle is at into where we'd like a pullback to be. I mean, dude, it's just so overextended. And in the pre-market too, which I don't like. What are you crying about? Freaking dog. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty big deal, considering the implications of like that sector, and I mean it's been expected with the current administration and stuff to eventually take off. Yo, chill, dog. I'm gonna go get some coffee right quick. What's up, guys? Had to go make some coffee. All right. Let's take a look at some things here now that I'm actually paying attention. Oh my god, now the cat is whining. All right, so the $5 mark is looking like it's being some pretty instrumental resistance here. You actually, personally, I'd like to see this reject the $5 area. You got this false breakout, essentially over 5. I'd like for it to come down a little bit further than that, but I mean, that is probably the most realistic option here, is somewhere around this range. You could take this move for the break of this, the break of this, and potentially new high of day, without risking a whole lot. I mean, once you know, if your plan here is, if the formulation of this plan is based around the fact that it's going to rest for the secondary rally to break through previous high, you know, then this would be a good trade in this area. Might even have you define loss. No, that's only 9 cents. Yeah, that's probably where I would have it then. Something like that. And you know quickly as soon as it comes down here whether or not your plan was correct, that it is just going to, you know, kind of flag, round off, and continue for the secondary rally there. All right, so here comes that pullback. So let's say you placed a bid here on 487. Looks like it came down to exactly 487. You would have gotten filled maybe on one bid. In order to get filled on a bid, you have to have the ask come to or below your bid price. If it's just coming to your bid, your limit buy, then it's not going to. Then it's not guaranteed to fill it. If the ask comes below your bid, it is guaranteed to fill. So I don't trade in pre-market, so we're just observing. But that was my, if I had to trade, I said that would have been my thesis there. And it looked like we would have gotten, had I set bids, maybe filled on one. Maybe. Would have been about 20 cents in the money here. Break through this key level. Break through the 515 would be next. Yeah, so that's a little 20-cent move you could have taken if you're not, you know, holding. I'm not so sure that it's got 523 in it. Just based on this volume here. Like to see it though. This volume has to boom and get to like above this level here. If it does come back to rest and pull back here, you want to see it halt at 5. If it comes down below it, people will probably jump ship out of fear. So you want to see this level hold, because once it bounces off this level once or twice, it gives buyers the confidence that, okay, yeah, it is going to hold, and they'll jump in on the next time that it bounces off. So every additional tap of 5 with a little bit of a pop back up is always a good sign. As long as the volume on this pullback stays lower than probably around this range, these 3 candles, then it'll probably still see upside. So if you did get filled on one bid, the top of the zone, you'd be a little over 20 cents in the money. I'd probably have scaled out at 510 max with just one bid. You don't want to see the 5 collapse, because in order for it to be considered an actual break of resistance, you need these high time frame candles to close above it. But like I mentioned, as people see it bounce off 5 and get eaten up, they're going to be more confident in it and try to get in on the next tap of 5. Like to see buyers step in here and oh, that's gonna make people fear bail. Weebles charges a fucking choppy, dude. What time is it? So I don't trade the bell, so I'm gonna go shower here in a little bit during get ready for work. Fire. Let's see it. Yeah, and there's that failure. You're looking at the 5 and the 10 giving back body here, which tells you that this is rounding off. So if you already did take that position, you would still be in the money. You know, you could hold it till you were either stopped out or take profit wherever, but you'd be looking for this 10 to close above 5, that's for sure. See it. The volume is good. The issue is that the price didn't really go anywhere. That's typically not a great sign. You need to, I'd like to see a breakout here, get above that 510 level. Oh, no, hey, man. Sorry, I just read my chat, Rhino. I don't care, man. I don't care. You guys talk away. Talk away. All right, let's see. AMC is still still doing quite well. I would look for it to come back to the $30 area though, and at the open. Will it? I don't know, maybe not, but I'd at least feel better about my entries there. Yeah, something like that, I presume. $29.88 to $29.35. Yeah, that looks good, I guess. You could have a defined stop at $28.78. Quit fucking moving, stupid chart. See if I can there we go, that looks better. Okay. So there goes the OEG rip. What a monster move. You see, as soon as it broke that 510 though, she went. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't in the move anyways. I, kind of charted these levels out. Had I taken the zone that I made, I would have gotten filled on a single one of my bids, and it would have taken off. But it is what it is. I don't trade in pre-market because I fucking hate the pre-market. But yeah, it did rip right there. That's a from the bottom of, or the top of my zone, that's 60 cents or so. That's pretty nutty. But yeah, I mean, I would have sold at 510 probably as soon as I saw the resistance here on this. And I would have looked to re-add at VWAP again and just never gotten it. Pre-market is so dicey because, by the time that you get confirmation on some moves, volume can dry up and it can just spike or just crash against you. What do you mean by a single bid? Oh, that's a good question. So I guess we'll do it like this. I'll kind of explain how I do it. Let's switch to the other one. It's easier to see. So let's say for this instance, I said that I would take a trade between the, what was it? 487, 478. So 487, 478. I assessed a zone in this range that if price came down to, I would buy. Now, when I assess a range like this was my stop. What I'll do is I'll set bids, right? So I'll have, let's say I put 100 shares at the top of the zone, 100 shares at the bottom, or I'm sorry, 100 shares at the top, 200 shares, 300 shares, 500 shares, right? Something like that. I basically, put some incremental buy orders inside of this range here. That way, if price does come down, in this case, it would have touched just the top one to fill. And we could have been in the move there. Now, I probably would have sold it at the resistance of this area just because it's pre-market. 510, 508, somewhere around there. So I probably wouldn't have held for this, simply because when you only get filled on one bid like this, there's no, I'd rather sell, because if it comes back, I could just put that bid back and take that move for free. There's no reason for you to be up $30, hold it until you're back to break even for it to fill the rest and then go. Especially on a commission-free brokerage, you can, So yeah, that's, I would have only gotten filled on one bid if I did decide to take that trade. It would have been right here, but it is cool to look at. See the 5 and the 10-minute charts here. That 487, I literally, to the cent, came down to this previous price action. Based, utilized VWAP, took off. Now you're looking at a dollar move that it made from that 487. Pretty nuts, pretty nuts. I don't like to trade in pre-market because it's so illiquid. There's just such liquidity issues in the pre-market. And spreads, same thing with after hours. Spreads can just be ridiculous. If something unravels against you, it goes very quickly against you. So I like to abstain from having to deal with that in most cases. or I'll take real small size. Like right now, I'm still doing options only. So I will, you know, I can't trade options in the pre-market anyways. Alrighty. Yeah, so OEG is going to be a good watch into the open, for sure. Let's see what has options of the morning runners so that I can consider playing the options game. AMC obviously has options. Sundial does. Damn, it looks like everything does. That's so nice. Love it, love it, love it. Cool. Well, I will. I'll leave you guys open on the other screen so that you can see AMC and OEG at the same time. Yeah, I'm gonna go shower. I gotta get ready for work. So I will be back. You guys, good luck and kill it. I'll be back just a few minutes after the open, and we'll hopefully get some sweet trades going. So be back in a bit, guys. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that AMC zone fill. That's pretty crazy. I called that what, way back here? Way back in this range. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Hey, what's going on, Stinkies? Thank you for dispensing the foreplay, my friend. So yeah, you could have had a decent little move here if you took that zone. So OEG, I would be looking for the revisit of 506 down to 497. Damn, that was a really good zone on AMC. Look at that monster. Let's look at this for now. I don't really like this move as much. AMC is back in the zone now. Guess we can watch this one. I'm not sure what I want to do about this trade. I think that it's still just a little too early for me to take the trade. I would like to see, yeah, I should have taken puts here, if anything. That would have been the move on that VWAP rejection. If you did take this bounce in the zone, you could have scaled out for almost a whole dollar, 50 cents, 60 cents, something like that, pretty quickly. The options premiums are just going to be too expensive now. It's the bottom of my zone, but based on the way we came down here, I'm not super bullish. Maybe I'll take one call just for funsies, just to see what we got here. What's the nearest out of the money? 340. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, I don't care that much. I don't care that much at all. You're looking at $500 a contract right now, based on the mid. That is just not worth it. Let's see what else we got. OEG, I think, is coming down as well. Could honestly do a $5 put. Ah, damn, I didn't get filled. That would have been a nice fill right there. Go ahead and cancel it. I was hoping that I could get filled on that VWAP tap. I took a put, a $5 put, but I canceled it. I was hoping to get filled up here and immediately cover it down here. Would have given me a little bit of profit. AMC looks like it's bouncing off the 200 SMA. Still not a big fan of that move. Let's go look at some other tickers right now. MViz. Oh, nice, nice, nice. I do like this ticker quite a bit, actually. Just in general, I've traded it a lot. All right, some key levels here would be right around this range. Yeah, look, we already missed that fill. That would have been the move right there. So now we're looking for something a little closer to probably hard to say. Hard to say. $16.27, $16.41 is just a little bit too big for my taste. Okay, I like this. I like this. What time is it? Okay, so we will get a new. Oof, I don't know. Oof. I just want to incorporate the whole zone then and do a break of right here. It gives me such a wide zone of 12 cents. I guess it's not terrible. Let's see. Yeah, AMC looks great out of the zone. VWAP will be the big test. AMC's option chain is just too expensive right now. I was looking at it. $31 call is $500. I do like it here, though. I do like it here, especially with the look on the 5. Needs to hold this 30 level. I'm not going to trade it though. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a lower high to form. Whether that be here or up here. Ideally, it would be up here to confirm that it is, you know, on the backside, and then I'll take a put position against it for, you know, probably the remainder of the day. But we're still in a decent uptrend on on the stock. So I'd like confirmation of the backside before I, especially before I take a short position. You know, this might be the new backside, but I'm going to wait for this trend line support to break, as well as this 29.26 area, 29.25, to give me the confirmation that I need. I think I'll probably expand this zone. It's just a little too narrow. 515 to 497 encapsulates a whole lot more. You say your stop loss down there. Yeah, AMC I'm still not sold on this action. Because you could technically, you know, call this a higher low here. We're looking at a 475. With the call options are kind of coming down here a little bit. Let's see if I can get one for 450. I got filled on one at 470. I'll cut it as soon as it breaks. Hey, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and hold through this break of VWAP right here. Beautiful, beautiful. Calls are paying. Calls are paying. Calls are paying. We up to, damn, 50 bucks on a single contract. We'll take our profit there. Take our profit there at the 20 SMA. This is where I would like to identify whether or not we're going to be looking at a higher low. I mean, sorry, a lower high. That was a good little move though for freezies. What? How much was my one contract? $470. And if you held it to right now, it's worth $562. So you could have made $80, $90 if you held the entirety of it. And I bought down in this range here on the trend line support for $470, and it's at $570 now. So you would have made $100 on a $470 contract. Pretty good little move there. I only took it for $50 simply because, I'm not sitting here waiting all day for it. Also, this is a good opportunity here. If price pulls back to the 20 SMA on the 2, I would consider taking a really tight risk, like real tight stop long position, just to see if it does pop a little extra. If it breaks down below probably 30.75, I would immediately stop out. But you can look at that trend line support that we drew, looking beautiful. You said the MVIS zone was good? Let's go take a look. MVIS. Oh, daddy. It literally doesn't get much better than that. Oh, damn. Dude, now I gotta flex in Discord. What the hell? To the cent, bro. To the cent. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, to the cent. I guess I called 1622 in chat, though. Oh, well. Still, though, that's a great move. You could have taken that for an easy 30 cents. Easy 20 cents. I probably would have considered scaling right in this range. And then up here. Yeah, so great move. I wasn't even paying attention, man. I wasn't even paying attention. Hopefully somebody else was. So OEG is doing some shit here. AMC doing some shit here. Yeah, Johnny, I didn't even take that, man. I didn't even take that zone. Yeah, Sneakies, we did end up making partner, doing speed runs. So that was really awesome, man. Really thankful that we eventually made it. There's that AMC rip. So you're looking at a 3-bar play on the 2 here. This is why I wanted to wait for confirmation before taking a put. And just for curiosity, let's go see what those AMC calls are worth now. What was it? Damn, $600. Oh, you don't play options? Yeah, I mean, you can still take bids in the same zones. You can still trade like shares in the exact same zones. But yeah, I'm doing options right now simply because it's cash. You get a lot more out of it. So right here actually is a pretty interesting interaction on OEG. Do I have it up? Yeah, okay. So right here is actually a pretty solid spot to assess whether or not this ticker is going to have some extended action for the rest of the day. So we're looking at trend line support being right around there. So it's got a little bit of range on it still, in my opinion, before it's at true trend line support. Well, maybe not. So yeah, this would be a good if you're looking to take puts on OEG. Let me see, are there puts available? There are. Oh, but it's increments of 5 cents. I don't like that. We'll buy one though. See if we can get filled at the mid price. This would be a good place to take a short position, simply because you would just simply be risking VWAP, and if it does break through that, trend line support to the downside, you're looking at a really strong move. Yikes. Oh, did OEG halt? Fuck. That's wild. That's wild. That's pretty crazy. All right, so let's, what else are we watching? AMC. Still got a little action here. I'm sitting here looking at like why my calls and stuff weren't changing value on like the option chain, and I was like, what the hell is happening? I refreshed it like 20 times. All right, let's see what else we got right now. Well, this is halted. Gotta get ready for work, or I gotta leave for work soon, so let's take a look at some other things. We will obviously taken forever to load here. All right, so AMC is given some back. So this would actually be a lot of shorts would take a position here. They would probably risk that, and they would take a short position against the ticker. Because if it does break through this trend line support here, you're in the money pretty handsomely. And you could be looking at an all-day fade. This trend line could then end up being resistance as it comes back up to test and reject further. So, you know, that's always an option. But yeah, this is an area worth watching here. Let's see what the other Wall Street bet tickers are doing right now. Oh, you said Can is moving? Let's go take a look. Cost is doing some bullshit. That looks kind of ugly in my opinion. You said Can. Oh yeah, nice. Some good action there. Pretty much right at pre-market high. Now, unfortunately, what's the nearest out of the money? I guess 39 cents. What's the mid price? Hey Moni, what's going on? How are you doing? And yeah, absolutely. I'm you know, always happy to help any way I can. Let's look at Can here. This would actually have been a great opportunity to take puts or take the position short at this key level here. Not to hold for like an all-day rejection, but to hold more so for the fact of you know, just this quick short move you could have gotten out of it. Let's go back to OEG. Should be on halting before too long. Now look at this beautiful. This is actually a beautiful move on the trend line support. Yep, there it goes. Now I'm actually worried that the halt might have hurt the momentum a little bit. Sometimes that does happen. What's your option strategy in implementing? So I usually don't play too much into the delta. Now once you start getting into the larger caps, then I do. Simply because, you know, that can actually be pretty instrumental. So, like for instance, Tesla is a good example because Tesla, you know, can obviously move an entire dollar per move. So the delta is a little bit more of a factor in some of those. However, I usually don't pay too much attention in open interest unless you're looking at really cheap penny stocks and you're worried about volume. But typically with my scalping, it's you know, buying and selling at the market. I don't play the spreads a whole lot. So generally speaking, I'm able to get in and out of things. I mean, there are some times where I buy a cheap penny stock and I can't get rid of it because there is just there's no volume. So this is what I was a little concerned of here. OEG rips, and you know, it might be looking to make a revisit back to, you know, this area 581 to 5. That might even be too low. $581 to $566 would probably be the best range, but it's so close to the current price action. You're looking at a lot of resistance, just came out of a halt. You know, those are all factors that really have to be considered. Especially if it can't break, you know, these areas up here. You're gonna need at least 631 to break for it to have some continued momentum upwards. Yeah, what's going on, Smile? How you doing? Your strategy is great for... Yeah, I have a lot of success with it. You just have to... I mean, the biggest downside is that, you know, it is options, and you have to be very ready to cut losses very quick. If you hold through pain, it's gonna feel pretty bad. This 5-minute chart is gonna be the big factor here. Can we have the 5-minute chart close bullish, or is it going to be indicative of the top of a trend up here? We'll see. Exactly. Yeah. So the difference is being in the money or out of the money, and obviously options, like if you buy an equity, a share at $5 and it goes above $5, you know that you're going to make money because it's higher than your entry. And if it goes below $5, you know you're going to lose money because it's higher than your entry. Well, I'm actually in some OEG puts right now that I bought down here before the halt, and I'm actually in the money because, you know, that's just how options works. Sometimes that interest or the bid and the ask spreads end up being a bigger factor than actually where your entry was. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm up $2.50 per contract right now, even though the price is significantly above where I got my entry, or the time period at which I bought my contracts. This 5-minute candle is going to be the decider. If it can't, if it can close above here, the 616, I think it'll have a little bit of strength moving forward. But if it rounds off at the top, you're looking at a bigger downside, I think. Yo, Maple, what's going on, man? How are you doing today? I'm trying to be better about streaming in the future. It does help me kind of talk out loud as well, and knowing that people watch keep me from doing dumb things like chasing or revenge trading. Because I'm like, I gotta set a good example. People will know if I embarrass myself. Yeah, I do a lot of to answer your question, Legacy. I do a lot of small cap options. I like small cap options quite a bit. Generally, just because, you know, you can get them quite cheap, and even if you make $5 off a single contract, that if you only paid 50 to 50 bucks, you know, then that's not bad. Oh, here comes OEG. You can see that the option order flow, the ask is spreading out pretty wide here. 80-cent ask, 75-cent bid. Bid's now collapsing to the ask, which is a bearish sign. This is that zone fill I was talking about. If it could work off of if it could work off of the trend line support here, I think that that would be pretty instrumental, but VWAP is going to be a pretty big test here. Mosey could be worth watching. Okay. Took a nice scalp this morning, used it as strat in the YouTube video. Yeah, absolutely. I'm super happy to hear that. It makes me really thrilled to hear that, you know, people can find some value out of it. Let's go take a look at Mosley. Sorry, I've had so many things pulled up here. AMC is back at the trend line support that we drew earlier. So AMC's really been respecting my technicals this morning. Remember what I said, that like if you were short, this would be the position to take right here, right? And it looks like that ended up being the case. If you were a short seller interested in taking the a puts or a position short, you could have risked taking your entry up here, as you saw volume kind of depreciate, and you could have risked up here in this area and held for the trend line support. You could have either scaled, you could have held, trailed to stop, and you could have had a good short side trade. OEG, again, I'm not crazy about this action here. The zone would have been great had it not halted and then sold off. Halts can sometimes be momentum killers, and in this situation, it looks like, you know, that's exactly what it plans to do. BTX looking like a nice move up. Yeah, let me take a look. I discovered Weeble through your videos, and now looking. Oh, dude, I love Weeble. I love Weeble. I'm a little, you know, less than, you know, blown away by the desktop app's performance so far in comparison to Thinkorswim. So I might end up going back to using Thinkorswim for charts and Weeble just for executions. I'm not sure. Yeah, BTX does look good, you're right. But it is BTX, keep in mind. That is a it is a monster of a ticker. What strikes did you play for OEG? I did $5 puts. My average price was 65, and it's at 78 now, so 72 now, something like that. Yeah, let's. Oh, okay, I have BTX pulled up. So yeah, this is BTX, right? And it's it's a fucking nightmare. You gotta be careful with this ticker. That's a little too tight of a zone, I would have to say here. If I made a zone here, what's the chances that incorporates VWAP or the 20 SMA? Maybe. You can look down here, perhaps even lower here. Something like that might be best case. We could have a defined stop at this range here. That would give us a 20-cent zone, essentially, or a 20-cent stop, essentially. You could, yeah. See, I'm just not curious. I'm just not super confident in this ticker as a whole. But let's say that we would have price targets there. 15.69 to, what is it, 15.57. I gotta get rid of this. Oh wait, no. Oh, much better, much better. I don't like the indicator values on my charts. There we go. 1569 to 1557. What time is it? Oh shit, I'm gonna be late. Yo, what's up, RJ? How you doing, man? OEG is still undecided on what it wants to do. OEG is looking in the zone here. AMC, BTX, I'm sorry, AMC and OEG both trading at trendline support here. It's going to be interesting to see if OEG looks like it wants to pop back out. That's cool, but I'm still in on one put contract, so I'd like to see it crash below the support. Oh damn, BTX just knifed through my my zone here. If you had bids, you would have cut and filled in full. But you know, see, this is why I didn't. I made a zone, but I didn't plan for the ticker. I didn't make a plan, simply because I mean, this thing has such crazy range and crazy violent volatility. OEG, if you took the zone, I would risk 527 is the low of that trend bottom. AMC, if you were taking a move off of the trend, you could take 2970 as your stop. Yeah, I didn't take a move on BTX, and I'm not sorry about it now. So we're looking at OEG here. You know, this actually still looks pretty attractive in my opinion. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling that it's gonna break to the downside. But like on the 5 and the 10, like that still looks pretty solid. Maybe it's the Momo killer of the halt, and that's why I'm feeling that way. I don't know. Trading below VWAP. She's trying here though. She's trying here. If she can't break 584, then you know we're probably looking at a little bit of a fader. BTX is trying to push up back to VWAP as well. I'd be interested in taking that short, if anything, at this point. Let's see. Puts, ooh, $15. Oh, that's actually not terrible. You could take one put here off of the, looking at it, 230 mid. Oh, this is a call. Yeah, I don't want to call. OEG, can she do it? Oh, damn. There we go, BTX. My puts are not increasing in value. So options be like that sometimes. I'm literally looking at a ticker that's selling off, and my my contract isn't worth any more than it already was. The spread on it is huge, that's why. Yeah, fuck it. I'm getting out of this mess. Break even. I don't feel like dealing with it. OEG is still dealing with... Oh, AMC breaks through. Damn. So yeah, that would have been an amazing short position. I got a buddy of mine that's a mean reversion trader. He helped me a lot when I was not doing well after I blew up my first account. And he's almost an entirely short seller. And he's got an amazing... He's got like a $34 average on AMC short right now. He probably would have added to his thing. But that's why, you know, I try to consider shorts and what shorts are thinking when I look at taking long positions on something that I think a lot of shorts would be watching, you know, an AMC, or, you know, if the odds are pretty likely that everybody's watching the same ticker, then you have to assume that of the people watching that, shorts are a part of it, right? There's a lot of people who make good livings off of shorting low float small caps. So I have to think that, like, yeah, a lot of people are watching AMC here, and you know, just like we are, the people who are considering it to the short side, you know, what would they be thinking? So because of him, I try to factor that in quite a bit. And as a short seller, I would have taken a position there at that higher low, or at that lower high rather. Yeah, he's a mean reversion trader. Mean reversion. So essentially what the mean reversion traders do is they will assess based on like indicators and key levels and stuff that price will ebb and flow and come back to where they need it to. So when things run, they expect it to come back, and when things are oversold, they expect it to go back up. It's a really... Mean reversion is a predominantly short-sighted mechanism and method, but he's very, very good. OEG tried to rally here and got pushed down, which is a bearish sign to me. I think she breaks this trendline support. You might be looking for a double bottom ad down here at 526 or so. BTX looks like he's trying to do a little push. Just technicals. Just technicals. He does do swings and stuff like that as well, but still just based entirely on technicals for the most part. All right, guys. Well, that is it for me. I gotta get to work before they fire me. I will. I'll do this a little bit more regularly. 7 a.m. Central Time. I'll probably boot up the stream somewhere around there, and then we'll go to about 9:30, something like that. Before I gotta cut out to work, at least for the time being, until I decide what I want to do with the rest of my life. So, always a pleasure, guys. I will see you later. Go check out some other really great streamers and things like that. I will see you guys for a review tonight and for trades tomorrow. Be well.